All right, I'm very excited to show you the brand new guide for the Mixed Media Society. Very excited about this entire endeavor. It ended up being a whopping 204 pages of goodness. And it's all to help you figure out what is in there so you know where to go, where to start, what to do for everything. So to get there, to find it, and to download it, the ebook is for completely free for you. So you're going to click on My Courses up here at the top. Of course, you need to log in with your email address first and password. And then you're going to hit the Mixed Media Society main hub. Now, at the bottom it says, you're already enrolled. Click here to view it. So I'm going to click that at the bottom of the screen. I need to make that bigger. You can hardly see it. All right, so this is all that's in the main hub. There's just 3 pieces of information. There's the video about what's in the Mixed Media Society, and that kind of goes hand in hand with a book, actually. It's like a video format. And then there's a little tab underneath that says, not sure where to begin here, your options. And then the third option is download the free ebook here. So you can click on that. And here is the entire guide for you. So I thought I would walk you through it. So again, 204 pages. So what all the heck is in here? Well, it's not only a guide as to what's in here, but it's also sort of a workbook and a place that you can keep notes, jot down questions, all the things that might kind of pop up as you're working through the content here. So we have 2 tables, 2 pages worth of table of contents. All right, so first we have a welcome message. Then I have right here in black and white what my art teaching philosophy and values are. I teach art with teaching about attitude, repetition, and techniques. This is my class creed, which if you struggle with mindset and having negative thoughts while you're creating, they will come in and sabotage you if you don't get those under control. So this creed is for something that I've written so you can read it aloud to yourself and repeatedly to just remind yourself of the joy that you should be bringing to your art, because that is what's going to make you want to practice, and that is what is ultimately going to make you an amazing artist. Just a little page on expectations and sharing. This is a self-guided experience where everything is bundled in here to help you become the artist that you would like to be. Posting pictures. If you're not sure how to post your work in the classroom and you want to share it this way, this just tells you exactly how to do it. And then here's just a little note about supplies, which basically says I don't recommend anything unless it's something that I personally own and use. And then there's supplies listed at the beginning of each of the modules and the classrooms, and you'll see that right here. So here's your creative journey. This is just like an at-a-glance look at kind of what's the point of all this content in here. It's basically you have these set of core modules. You have magic mark makers, watercolor acrylics, mixing the media, Inktastics. Those are all part of my original signature course, The Art of Play. And each of those modules is like specifically formulated to introduce you to those medium and then start learning how to use them by making really fun projects. So that's for every medium. And then Inks is in here too, which is a relatively new classroom I just added in 2019. Actually, maybe it was 2020, the beginning. So that was exciting as well. So it's like wherever you need to start, you can start by just learning about a medium. So that's the broad overview. And there's a ton of bonus classrooms as well, which we'll get into in 1 second. So step 1 is like literally how to log in. Email, password, how to reset your password. And here's a link to a video about that if you need help with that. Step 2, accessing your membership, hitting my courses at the top. And then literally what you do next, watch the welcome video. Step 4, click at my courses at the top of the screen. It just tells you how to navigate. And this is an overview of all that's all the content that you get in the Mixed Media Society. So you have, this is black and white, so it's hard to see, which is why I labeled them. You have the classrooms in blue are your core, like learn about this medium classrooms. The ones in black are the modules that you can actually buy separately that are bundled in as like a bonus into the Mixed Media Society. And all of the last 3 rows are all bonus classrooms that you get. So you have your ebook, the Mixed Media Hamburger System ebook. You have the Mixed Media Hamburger System Classroom, which consists of the original Hamburger series mixed media that I did on YouTube. And then it launches into 24 and counting full-length, real-time hamburger-based lessons that are divided up into easy, intermediate, advanced categories. So you can pick and choose depending on your mood. And then you have Inktastic, Animals, Fantasy, Art Deco, Flowers, and then this other classroom is a remnant that will be disappearing soon. And then here's a little place to jot your notes. I'm logged in, now what? So this tells you, again, kind of recaps where you need to go and where you need to start. I think half the trouble people have is just navigating around. So that's the primary focus of this guide. Plan where I need to begin. You can jot down what you want to do. And then it's kind of like, okay, if I did those 5 base courses, where do I do next? And then this just is the overview of just like a little look-see at just the bonus classrooms. Where do I plan to go next? You can kind of like map out like, okay, I really have no idea about watercolors. Maybe I'll start in the watercolor classroom and then I maybe want to jump to inks because that's really closely related. And this way, like you get a big broad overview of like your plans. You can start formulating what you want to do and take advantage of within the society. So then it goes through each of the classrooms individually. So you just get a sneak peek at the classrooms. I don't list all the lessons. You need to actually go and click through and see which ones we want to do. But out of those core classrooms, I always have my lessons in order. So they always start at the very beginning and then they get more advanced as you go up. So just if you know that, you can start at the beginning by starting at the first video lesson and just follow them in order. So there's the supply list. We go over wet and dry media. Here's my paper cheat sheet in case you forget. That shows you what is good paper for what activity that you're doing. This just gives a list, a rundown of some of the mark makers that I'll be demoing for you and that you'll be using. This just talks about the importance of color swatching. And then I give you my favorite page out of my FunFab swatch pad just for fun. And then you jot down any notes if you have any takeaways. All right, so the next classroom is Acrylics. And again, it just gives you a really quick like text overview of what we're doing. And then here's just a snapshot. Again, this is just a snapshot. There's many lessons in each of these classrooms. But then I do talk about supplies. So number 1, canvases and journals. Number 2, broke the paints into 3 different quality categories. So you can choose with my favorite brands, my favorite brushes, mediums, gesso, notes. Same thing for watercolors. We're going to have, here's a little tiny snapshot of there's many, many more projects in there. These are my favorite substrates to work on. Okay, actual photographs of each one so you can see. So when you're shopping, you know exactly what I'm talking about. There's a reference to watercolor paints, watercolor brushes. These are my 2 favorite brands. Again, I want you to be able to see these things. That just takes away all your questions and uncertainty if you can actually see a picture of what I'm talking about. But the brands are listed. All right, here's a little, again, snapshot of enthralling encaustics. Here's your supply list. Lots of supplies with encaustics, but I do kind of the thrift store route. So I use a thrift store crock pot. You can even I use tuna cans. I use this mini muffin pan. So I do very low budget encaustics, but the results are amazing. If you've never tried it, it's all in here for you. And I literally hold your hand from like how to set up your studio. I actually start before setting it up. You actually watch me clean my studio, time lapse with music, so it's not boring. But then I set it up from scratch right on camera so you can learn your brushes that you need. And again, any notes that you need to jot down along the way. So this is my Mixing the Media. It's my original Introduction to Art Journaling class. Has actually also went back and added my entire art journaling for beginners series that I did on YouTube as a great warm-up way to introduce you to the subject. And then again, you're going to launch through and do some really fun creative projects. So I'm just listing out very clearly what the basic ingredients are that you need to have. Supplies and everything. I always will recommend that you use with what you have. But I have to have these in case you have questions. I'm just putting in these ideas. Now we're going to launch into cheat sheets. real quick before we jump into the bonus classroom. So this is how to find them. Within your membership, you have the YouTube library and cheat sheet collection. So this is ordinarily $5 a month because I keep it updated every single week, twice a week. So it's like always being added to, which is why it's a monthly sign up. But you get this free with your membership. So that tells you how to access them. And then this is a little glimpse at the, I also put them here for you again. So if you're buying this book, which you can buy it on Amazon or through me at Etsy, or if you're printing out the papers, you actually have the cheat sheets in your hot little hand. They're all part of this guide already. So they're all in here for you. Most of them. I think it's missing maybe just one or two. But again, now you know how to navigate to the cheat sheet library because it's here in your guide. This is the kick in the pants cheat sheet. This is like, what if you hate something that you make? And then it leads into the fix it and forget it techniques, ideas. And these all go along with the videos that are in your classroom. Here's some drawing cheat sheets too. Even though I don't teach drawing in the mixed media classes, I do want you to be able to have the cheat sheets because there is still, I give you a lot of resources, but the more resources, the better. So I'm putting them all here. After my eyelash cheat sheet guide, I'm also giving you, this is my hack for making awesome mixed media eyelashes. So I'm just giving you that little hint, use this pen. So I popped it in there for you. Here are the shading practice, drawing and shading practice, girls. Your shading guide is here too because, we shade faces in mixed media as well. And I do have projects of 3/4 faces and profile faces as well. So even though I'm giving you traceables and things that you can copy, it's always nice to have the cheat sheets right there in front of you. So why not? So this is then exploring further. This is how to navigate to all those bonus sections. So it's saying like, okay, this is how to navigate around. Let's pretend you're starting in watercolor, and it shows you step by step how to get around to the different places. There's questions, tech support, want to share. There's links on how to upload your pictures, links about Facebook. This is introducing you to all the classrooms that you can do after the primary ones. And this is your club, so you can do these in any order that you want. This is just my suggested order. And also if you're unsure of where to begin, this is just my suggestion. So you can jot down, okay, let's make a plan. Classrooms I'd like to visit, lessons I might like to try, lessons that challenged me, lessons that were your favorite, so you can go back and do them again. And I'm always taking suggestions for new lessons, so you have a space all in one place that you can put them there. So, all right, so let's go through the bonuses one by one. We have the Mixed Media Challenge. That is included in your membership as well. So if you were already a member when that challenge came out, you got free access. And if you're coming in after that challenge, then you have continued access to those, and it's just rolled into your membership, which is nice. This talks about my mixed media magic lessons. Again, just a glimpse at all the things. Talks about substrates, collage materials, and really you're using the same ingredients and supplies that you're using in your mixing the media and acrylics module. So I'm having you refer back to those. Notes about this lesson. All right, now we're going into the Hamburger Classroom. Now, again, I've taught this series on YouTube, so a lot of you might already be familiar with this. So your first order of operations is going to be to download that ebook if you haven't already. So this teaches you how to download that from within the classroom. This is the layering system that I teach. All right, and if you have any trouble or notes, you can jot them here. This is now onto the projects. So there's 24 projects in here. Lesson previews, again, just a tiny glimpse. 3 out of the 24 projects that are in there. Okay, so you got to get the ebook downloaded. And then I'm just giving you straight up, layer by layer, the supplies that I most frequently use. So there's no confusion. So I love matte medium. There's just a list of some of my favorite collage theory supplies. Number 2, layer 2, gesso and paint. Layer 3, I love my Stabilos, gelatos over acrylics and colored pencils. Layer 4, I love Mod Podge. Layer 5, I love Pitt pens and Posca pens. And layer 6, I love Mod Podge again. Layer 7, varnish. So it's all in here for you. right, now we're talking about the Inktastic. How do we get to the Inktastic classroom? Where is that located? Here again, little snapshot. And then we're talking about supplies. So we have our art journal and watercolor, fountain pen ink, different tools, any notes that you might think of. New whimsical animals classroom, how to navigate there. Little glimpse of what's inside. This is also under development. I'm adding more to these in this upcoming winter of 2020. So again, this just has a place for you to jot down ideas and keep track of your progress and where you're at. Season of Fantasy, that's where we are now as I record this. So that's how to get to this lesson. Amazing lessons in here. Super, super excited. So here's the supplies are really, again, they're going to relate to the ones I just went through for the hamburger system, as well as the acrylics and the mixing the media. What's cool about the Mixed Media Society is that once you build up some like of these base most commonly used products, then you use them for all across the different modules. Here's an overview of how to get to the Art Deco, the different mediums that we're going to be using, and where to start your education in case you're unsure. So within the Art Deco classroom, I'm using fountain pen inks, watercolors, alcohol markers, and watercolor markers. And those are the different modules in which you can find them. And of course, now that you have this guide, you'll know exactly how to get there. Questions? Okay, last but not least, Fabulous Flowers. This is a brand new classroom, so it's in its baby step beginners. And right now they're just pulled from the other modules. In case you're like, I want to do flowers today, you can just go right to the flowers classroom. You don't even care about medium. And then you, by opening them up, you'll be like, oh, this one's an ink, this one's an acrylic. But I'm going to be adding on again. This will be coming out spring of 2021 that we will be expanding upon that. And then this talks about the YouTube and cheat sheet library and what it looks like to get your cheat sheets as well. And then I give you the rest of the cheat sheets. So we kind of talk about cheat sheets in two different places. All right, so now we have answers to your financial questions. What if you want to cancel? How do I cancel? When will you be billed? What if the membership increases? What if my credit card is declined? I want to switch memberships. How do I sign up? How do I update my credit card information? And a lot of these have videos that go along with it too. So if you need help, I have both the guide to help you and videos. Facebook questions. How do I join the Facebook group? How do I comment on someone's post? How do I post my pictures? How do you get notified when Karen goes live? Notes there, questions there. YouTube questions. How do you subscribe? Why is subscribing matter? Did you know I have 3 YouTube channels? What are they called? When are new videos added? How do you leave a comment on YouTube? How do I share a YouTube video? How do I save a YouTube video? How do I use the weird bit.ly links that are everywhere in Karen's world? All of it is in here for you. Here's your answers to your questions about downloading, how to download the PDFs, how to download the videos, and maybe notes about where your videos are saved. Questions about emails are answered here. Questions, answers to your questions about new lessons. When do they come out? Where are they posted? What if you're not getting emails? How do you subscribe back into getting emails again? And then these are helpful links to help answer even more questions. Here's a suggestion list. And then these are the list of people that are here to help you. Myself and my good friend Tara Salento are at your service to help you get sorted with any of your problems. Here's just a little bio on me, a list of all the books, all the links, and my amazing team who are working behind the scenes that help me do all the things that I can do to help your education be the best and awesomest that it can be. Here's a little love note from me here at the end, and then there's just one bonus little doodle page for you, so if any extra notes and concerns. So I hope this guide is awesome. You can also, again, purchase it on Amazon. So if that's cheaper, definitely take advantage of the two-day free shipping. Someone asked me about printing this out. I've printed my books before, like at Office Max, and it costs upwards of, it can be like $60 or $70. So buying it on Amazon for $13.95, which is the lowest amount I could charge for to make sure that this was entered into what's called expanded distribution, which means it's available around the world. You have to have a minimum set price. That is what that price is. And I will also be selling these on my Etsy store as well. And you guys will have a coupon on that as well. So I try to make it as cheap as possible, but this is for free and you can download it by hitting the little paper clip up here. No, actually, I think it's down at the bottom. Down here, the pink with a paper clip. If you clip that, you can download this and flip through it just like I did. Or you can keep it right up here and not download it, and so it's not clogging up your hard drive, and you can look at it exactly in the same way that I'm looking at right here on your screen. So I hope that helps. You didn't get too seasick with all the scrolling of the pages. I was trying to go quickly. So I hope you enjoy the guide, and I hope it helps you maximize and get the most out of your membership here to the Mixed Media Society at Awesome Art School. Love ya.